lakad matatag!
Normally.
4 strength heroes. More Phoenix Centaur and CK.
But we'll see. They have a good setup for it as well. Top lane though, Michael is being caught out, and the Fiery Spirits coming in from Stinger. And that will just mean the first blood going the way here of Beast Coast.
Early game, especially since they just hit the level 3, so they had the 2 points in the bushwhack, but it's 2 point sidekick that Illich actually went instead of the rebound, so really just going for the lane sustain, but not too many heroes sustain in the lane better than a Chaos Knight, and well, Illich might be in a bit of trouble, although...
It's a nice little bushwhack, and unfortunately for K1 not getting...
To get a kill, just because you've got so many hits going in, it's going to be buffed up by that. Yes, it's all physical damage, and you've of course got the... you'll have the armlet, you'll have all of your tankiness to be able to protect yourself, but it should still be enough at that stage.
Oh, Dark Margo, he has been caught out, and Slutham's being able to get towards that level 6 much faster than what Dark Margo has been able to do, and it was a nice rotation from Michael as well, but now Illich, unfortunately, in the top lane, he tries to rebound away, but rebounded into an auto attack from Stinger. I mean, another kill going the way here of Beast Coast. A good punch.
That's what the good teams do as well, right? Ooh, that's a nice little bushwhack coming on to Stinger. They're probably going to pick up the kill. Worth.
That's worth for Michael.
Get all the experience for yourself. He's level 5.
Field. Oh no, beautiful shards there by MJZ being able to get the kill onto the Rubik. And that was a rotation to try and help out Dark Margo, because unfortunately, we'll see if they can get the kill here onto Schofield. They will be able to bring in Slatthems, and with the Spirit Siphon as well out on the Schofield, they're going to be able to find him out, and finally with the Crypt Swarm, they pick up their kills. So Thunder Awaken is exactly what they need to do, right? Like, obviously, we talked about the fact that Beast Coast have a very, very easy to execute.
Get off, right? Like, if you pop EXO, it's really not going to be effective at all in the team fight, and they didn't want to waste it just for half HP onto a tower. Probably going to get Stinger here, though. Oh, Stampede.
Yeah, that was a nice little bit of timing coming in from Illich. He was able to just catch Stinger as he was going to use the Icarus dive, pull him back with the dispose.
Margo? He's a little
now,
low.
though, like Margo is going to come in here, but unfortunately, I think this is not the place you want to be. He will get the kill there on the Illich, but Slatthems is here with the Spirit Siphon, and now Michael will be able to get the bushwhack down, and they get up the Blink Dagger now on the center. So, have ways of getting this fight going for them. I wouldn't hate to see if I see Beast Coast kind of come together as this 5-man group. Slatthems, though, goes in towards the invisibility. They will get the boost up, but it's a massive bushwhack on top of that. They get hit by the sharpshooter as well, so Sacred has to be careful, but it's K1 that goes in onto MJZ, and they will take down the Tusker. Slatthems, he's the one that's walking forward. Beautiful blink in from Sacred as well. They get the Hooster, but oh, Dark Margo. Oh no, you hate to see that one. And Michael's able to
put himself out in harm's way a little bit. If he dies, he dies. The important thing is that the cores are continuing to grow their net worth.
They do catch...
It's a calculated death, this one.
Board. Yep. Dark Margo is still farming the crit wave as well. If they'd just gone a little bit to the right, they would have found the Mars sitting in the trees as well. So, once again, it's kind of what you said, right? Like, they walk in, they don't get anything out of it. EXO hasn't been popped since the first time he used it in that fight against Dark Margo, and really haven't flamed much out of it. Yes, Knight is farming on the TA, but so is K1.
Mm-hmm. And just that little movement, right? Like, a lot of people are going to be like, lol, Rubik feed, but it means that you've got the arena available again if you're wanting to use it. He has just now.
They mistimed it just a little bit there, so Michael wasn't able to get the bushwhack, and they will take down the 2 supports from the side of Thunder Awakened, and now with this rotation, they're going to stampede aggressively as well. Sacred wants to try and find Illich here, stuck in the trees. Dark Margo goes right, and Sacred goes left, and are able to still find the Marcy here, who's just going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And Beast Coast find a 3rd kill.
Bottom as well, so they can look to play around top very freely. Like, he just respawned. Michael going to try and hopefully get a kill onto Dark Margo, but with that Blink Dagger, he's able to dodge it out. Hunter's Boomerang, wonder if that's going to put him in a little bit of trouble.
He's dead, it seems. They're going to have another Crypt Swarm to get that one done. And Dark Margo having a bit of a rough go of it here for Beast Coast, but as you said, team game. Teams do win these games as well. Sometimes did use the BKB, so he has to be careful. Oh, now gets caught out by the egg as well. I think he's got enough move speed to get out of the AoE, and he does. So Stinger
taking those ancient stacks and flash farming super quick. But at least now Thunder, they don't have the Exo to use it, but they know that all of Beast Coast are pushed down towards this bottom side of the map. They don't have a TP available for the Mars. Phoenix up there as well. And yeah, they're just going to go straight into Roche. Tag team, plus the Deso, plus the Meld. Allow them to take this one out pretty easily, you would hope.
I don't know if they're going to do it in time. K1 doesn't go into the pit, doesn't realize it was so low, but with the BKB, he gets the kill there on MJZ, and now they've found out Laterms, and they will be able to take down the Death Prophet. They're looking for Knight as well, haven't been able to fight.
They try and get Sacred on the retreat.
They do have the Hunter's Boomerang, they have the Snowball as well, seeing how much damage they can do, because Sunray is strong, but looks like Knight is stronger. With that being committed, they will just fall back. It looks like right now, Beast Coast are on the retreat. MJZ, Michael once again catching out Schofield. I think this Hoodwink is going to have to be something you're going to have to respect if you are Beast Coast, and some of these other teams in Imagine this Aegis is a little bit more on the farming side rather than the fighting side. There is a smoke going towards the top side though. Illich is going to get their goal onto Schofield. They haven't been able to deal the damage just yet to get rid of the Rubik. The egg will go on the backside. Illich is going to pop the BKB. They haven't been able to deal with the egg, and they just get demolished like they won. BKBs and Stampede is all you need for Beast Coast. Illich will be able to, not to get the TP away. Slathems will just cancel his own TP. And that just means that Thunder Awaken, they made the aggression towards the top side, but it's just not going to be enough for them.
Versus just the Tusk, really, at this stage, without a blink at all. He's going into the 4-staff.
He's going to try and need it. They go for the long wraparound. They're looking to see if they can get the kill here onto Stinger. He gets silenced up. They will get the sharpshooter that goes down, but that's 3 members being caught inside the Arena of Blood, and MJZ will go down. Michael already got evaporated by K1, and Illich gets destroyed as well. It seems like Knight did not want to have a bar of that at all, because he is on the other side of the map. Thunder Awaken thought that was a good fight, but unfortunately for them, the main source of damage was in the bottom half of the map, because East Coast, they know that there's nothing really for them to get in the top side of the map, right? Like, they haven't even tried to get this tier 1 tower because they understand that Thunder Awaken, they're a team that needs to start playing towards this bottom side and to get these tier 2s. Oh, there is a fight that is breaking out though. Dark Margot drops the Arena of Blood. MJZ once again is in the grave, but this time around, dead for 70 seconds. Knight comes in with a BKB, but he's literally tickling Sacred. Has not been able to do the damage that he needs, and especially now with K1 coming in, they take down the Death Prophet, who again doesn't have the buyback. Dark Margot is able to find the only tree left in the river to get the kill there on the Templar Assassin. No BKB ready, and Knight goes down, and at this point I would not be surprised if this Tusk is a melee hero that kind of needs to go in, but doesn't have anything to back him up. Doesn't even have
Sacred's looking for the
4
jump.
stuff yet, pardon me. Alright, they've found Illich. They've got the chain CC as well. MJC, he was there. I think K1 literally one-shot him with the illusion. It's not even Phantasm illusion.
It feels like, yeah, how long? He died over 2 seconds. So,
Yeah, so we got stunned and
1700 health hero. Yeah, I mean, I'm 4-staff, great item, right? Not sure it's the best item for the Tusk of this game, because we've talked about it, right? They just have such little forms of initiation on TA right now. Like, Marcy's the one going in for a Blink Dagger, when I really feel like that's probably not the best way that you want to take this. Schofield's just disposing people around, by the way. Just throwing it back into base, having a great time.
I found out this time around they're not going to fall to the Acorn shot and bushwhack, because they just chopped the tree down. But East Coast, this game it felt like it was even for a little bit till it wasn't, right? But looks like we're going to have one more fight until this game is over. Slatems is very, very low on the HP. The refresh is going to go down.
This game is over.
GG is called. East Coast, game number 1 in the books here. Looking back to what I was saying, Matt, it felt like this game was close until it wasn't, right? Like, it felt like there was potential for Knight to come into these fights.
There's going to be several just straight up barriers in your path. You're going to have the arena, you're going to have the...
And Sven actually has the kill. Able to convert onto a
they're
kill.
going to make a go here. I think they were just a
Sven
little bit
actually
too
has
far
that
away.
farming steroid, right? with a cleave, so it's a whole lot more challenging. Run at him and don't get tower aggro. They're even looking to use the aggressive glyph to make sure that it's enabled, but Thunder, they've scouted it out, and well, they might lose one, but they won't be able to lose both.
MJZ goes down, but this is a rotation from Slatems, and looks like he wants to try and get the kill here onto Schofield, so they will get the kill onto the Clockwork, but Sacred, he's more than happy. He's got his jump rope. He's feeling pretty good with how this is going. Dark Margot's going to come in, has the Arena of Blood, goes in, gets the stun on towards Knight, and he will go down. So the carry player, well, Thunder Awaken, that's the dust here, and Dark Margot, first rotation in the game.
This is the thing, right? It's what you constantly need to be worried about whenever you're going up against these. That's another kill for the bottom side as Stinger way off cooldown. Going to make a rotation here with Slatems as well as Thunder.
K1 has popped the God Strength here, so Slatems is going to go in, going to get the punch there onto Stinger. Michael, going to see if he can find out K1 Hector. It does get it done. There's a little bit of slow coming in from the Sticky Bomb. Slatems with this Arcane Rune means that he will have another Shard Snowball combination. They do catch K1 in an awkward spot, and the magic damage from afar is more than enough for Michael to be able to help out Slatems and get that kill here. And now they're going to keep continuing to try and get this fight going. They have popped the Arena of Blood for Dark Margot. Got a little bit of a timing to play around with here. Schofield probably will break this smoke. Michael is walking forward. Slatem's looking for somebody. As we said, Blink Dagger is at the ready. K1, he's been found out, but Schofield is in such a perfect job to be able to cut off this engagement. They get the Spear of Mars back to the other side. K1 wants to try and aggress hit. Everybody for the side of
BKB freshly delivered
towards this top side. Could be a fight. They've got the God Strength. They're going to look for Knight now with the BKB goes in. The shards are just not going to be good enough for Knight to get away from this. Doesn't even get the Rupture off. And it's Slatems who's going to be the next one. They will go forward on towards Sacred. They're not able to connect on anything. That's a double kill here for K1 Hector, and he will look for a third. MJZ, they need the right clicks. Where's the Sven? Where's the damage? Looks like it's all from the Iron Shells, and it's Stinger. The final right click that gets that one done, not before taking down Sacred with them.
It's never a good feeling when you're using the glyph just so that you get that multi-shot to be able to deal a little bit of extra damage into a team that's looking to dive you. Again, once more, Illich just wasn't showing up to that one. He still feels...
Biggest thing for me is, unfortunately, Knight has had a really rough go of it here in this second game. Same with Slatems, actually, like both of them being lower net worth than what Dark Margot is. They will eventually get the Walrus Punch there onto Stinger, vacuum back in, so that means Illich as well as Knight are going to be hugging each other in the trees here. Dark Margot, though, he's the one that wants to try and get this fight going. They will throw out the Unstable Concoction, but now it's all K1 Hector. It's all he gets to do is start a right click. It's a big old bomb that comes in from Michael, but it's just not going to be enough. The swipes are big and the swipes are scary from K1 Hector. It's an ultra kill on the Sven. The only one to be left alive is Knight, who ran to the other side of the map. So Beast Coast, they finally are just starting to bring everything together in this Aegis of the Immortal. MJZ gets some cogs for his trouble. Slatems is here as well, though, so they need to be very, very careful. They know, oh, that's not the hook that Schofield wanted. They wanted to try and get a little bit further away from that. They used to Rupture out on the clock. Oh, they haven't even killed him. Oh, they eventually get it done thanks to Michael. I was going to say it's pure shambles for Thunder Awaken. If they do not get that kill, Bronze Back will just beat.
Yeah. Just keeps a little bit of that magic resistance, means that you don't need to rely entirely on the BKB for himself. The spell damage reduction this game isn't that significant. Like, there isn't really anyone, like, you know, a Leshrac or something that relies super heavily on that, so the passive debuff isn't going to do too much.
Oh, MJC, he gets found out. They don't have the damage just yet, but oh no, Slatems goes in. That's a big vacuum as well. Knight, he hasn't even seen an enemy here at this point, and he's half HP. He just has to stand in the fountain. Illich is going to try and do his best. So they're going to have a lot of damage there to be able to take down Dark Margot. So finally the Alchemist has been a part of these fights, but can they take down K1 Hector? He's the real scary hero. The Snowball is enough to buy Illich a bit of extra time to be able to find... Oh no, I thought they were going to go into Schofield. It wasn't going to be enough. So they get the Aegis there on the K1 Hector.
No Chemical Rage now, though.
No Yeah, I was going to say, with no chemical rage, that is definitely not a fight they want to take, and they will back out for now. And
Doesn't
that
feel
is gonna
good when
be
you're
it.
mid laner, who again had a really good time. I was saying before, you've already got other cores that are having a rough time in terms of being able to pick up their own net worth.
Yeah, so it's just at the point now where maybe the ASC could be what they need here, but Thunder Awaken, they just haven't had the fights for Knight. Does he even have his BKB up and ready yet? Oh, that's a beautiful
Well, that's a
vacuum
good
into
initiation.
the blast off, but it isn't going to be enough for them to deal the damage. Illich, he wants to stand and right click, but without the Radiance burn, it's not really much that they can do. K1 Hector is so low, looking to try and get the cleave. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Knight was able to pick that one up, and Illich stays alive as well. As we said, the uphill miss sometimes can be the savior of these games. And Illich is looking for more. They're going on to Dark Margot. They want to try and get Stinger in the background as well, as Radiance Burn is starting to build up the damage. And Illich still untouched in this fight. He has another concoction to be able to throw out. Does he have the distance? He wants to get it. No, he doesn't throw it. Oh, it doesn't matter at the end of the day because Stinger will eventually go down. So it was a buyback coming out from Michael, but getting the double kill on tonight, getting that damage done.
As Aghanim's given to him, that could turn the fight.
Yeah, well, they kind of need to do something because K1 has just cleaved through an entire lane of rats.
He's got the kick.
And they've done nothing to him. So they've got the
There's the
rupture, the
kick.
kick goes back
the
in, that's a
rupture.
lot of damage onto K1. He just gets completely deleted, and this is exactly what we were talking about. The surprise Aghanim coming in from Slackhand. They get it done. They do get a range
He's even
rack and
hunting
a
for
tier
more.
3 tower out of it.
I mean,
What else
Roshan is
can
the
they
bigger goal,
find?
though. Right now. Even just an Aghanim shard from this one coming through. Give that one over to the Rubik. He's been doing pretty good, MJZ, at being able to steal things like the spear from Dark Margot, and if he's able to get that Aghanim shard spear, that's even better.
See who does get given. Oh, they found out the Enchantress in the last little bit of bomber coming in from Michael. Big steal on the Arena of Blood, though, means that Sacred, unfortunately, is just getting deleted because Knight, picking up that shard, I believe, just does so much damage towards him. Now they're going to have to snowball up onto the high ground, and it is all crumbling to pieces for Beast Coast.
They die, you reduce the impact quite as much, or they might actually run into K1 here, though. Knight.
Oh, Knight. He's the one that's going on, and they have already popped the Lincolns, but that means that Knight is going down. They have to
Got
be
the BKB at
careful.
least.
Can still get ruptured here, though. Knight walks forward. He gets the rupture there onto K1 Hector. Now with no BKB, he's just getting ran at by Illich, and they are tearing through this fan. They're looking towards Stinger as well. The Enchantress is running away from the Alchemist, but she just gets burnt to pieces, and they are looking for more as well. Dark Margot wants to get the TP out. Oh, he got the silence, but didn't get the bash. That's a little unfortunate.
I saw
Now
a debuff,
Schofield
and I was
is gonna
like,
go
what is
down
going
as
on?
well. Yeah. You got Mind Breaker. I was going to wonder if we were
kickback.
going to see K1. Oh, he does get himself set
He's
in
actually
towards
just
the
getting
backline,
out.
but he's going to BKB TP. And now the rest of Beast Coast, they see you later. They want to see if they can get out of here, but unfortunately for Doc Margo, he is just not going to be a part of this. He just gets abyssal bladed. They get stunned up, kicked back into the fountain as well. He will get the blink away and the Ogre Seal totem, but not being far enough away from the slows means that he will just go down. So Dark Margo pays for the sins of K1 Hector, who unfortunately does not get the...
They're going to clear out a lot of this vision
To be
around
fair-
the Roche pit. The res timer on Dark Margot is basically the exact same for when Roshan's going to respawn. And I believe you had a question for me, so you answered mine. I'll answer yours.
I was going to say, at what point do you start, settling yourself in as Beast Coast for this to be a rat game, right? Like, at what point are you just like, let's just keep shoving these lanes in as much as possible and not try and team fight them and try and hope that the Alchemist runs out of steam?
I mean, Clock's going for a Lotus Orb. I'm not sure how effective that's going to be exactly outside of, well, they know the Roshan's going on. Enchantress is going to be a part of this fight, though.
Okay, the normal punch and the Wall of Replica goes down onto the Alchemist, and they obliterate Michael. He was there, and now he's
It's
not.
a little separated from the
Love the
team.
BKB here on the Sven, but I don't think this is really a fight that you can take. They steal the God Straight. K1 is just being kicked and ruptured.
I think he actually bought
I think you'd be
the
taking a
Aghanim's
Trickster's
blessing.
Look.
That's interesting. Okay. Flatums. He's found out. You know, he's just going to pop his own BKB. He apparently sideways roundhouse kicked Dark Margot to his entire team. I didn't even think that was illegal, but it looks like it is. And now K1 Hector has just been ruptured, he's been kited, and he's been dealt with. It is 100 seconds on the sideline here for Beast Coast, and they just got caught out by what I'd imagine is something they didn't expect. I don't think you expect a toss to be able to come literally sideways to you, drift into your team, and then kick you 180 degrees back the other way.
Yeah, so turns out the surprise Aghanim is the difference maker, right? They were pushing it on.
Is it a Doom position 3 or a Nature's Prophet position 3?
Pull it behind the tower. It doesn't really feel like the safest place for a Pango to be, especially super early on, while all those cooldowns are so high.
Yeah. Top lane, though, looks like they're going to try and go for the first blood, and they will get it onto Lilich. So K1.
Mid lane, like, who is going to be able to reach that level 6 first? All these little denies, very, very impactful, as, you know, little plays like that from Dark Margot, just being able to dodge out a bit more as top side, actually. They're going to be able to kill Illich. And
yeah.
Michael as
They
well.
just go in, and they're able to get it done. It was a blast-off that came in from Michael, pardon me. But K1's able to just stand his ground, and you see, look at this CS on this man. How does he have 35 CS? And now, unfortunately, you talked about Dark Margot versus Slatems, and it seems like Dark Margot is going to be the one who makes the first rotation. They will be able to get the kill, so response comes in from Knight across the map.
They just need to keep it happening.
Gofu got the deny as well, though, so be able to deny away a lot of that gold. Knight will just hit him with the dance. And now they've got no way of stopping the TP. Oh, MJ said, I thought he was going to do it for his boy. Unfortunately, he got hit with the long-range avalanche.
Oh!
Now MJZ,
MJ said,
he's in behind the tower. I thought you were going to go for the
creeps.
Fiery Spirits. But it is
Little
also
cheeky
Knight
little
who
tomato
gets the
tree.
response.
It's happening up top.
Okay.
Hey, one's been left up here solo, and his borrowed time has already been
He's
used
got
as
no borrowed
well.
time.
So, yeah.
Debs.
Is when are these smokes going to happen? And it's this duo that I was talking about, right? Level 3, actually he's only got 2 skill points in right now on the techies, but certainly look to put a few more into the blast off if you're able to find that right target or the X marks.
Or they wanted to try and get the kill there,
Good
but Michael
combos.
comes in the perfect timing of the blast off to be able to get the kill there onto the Pangolier. Now Dark Margot, he's going to walk in and pretty tanky, was able to clean up there onto MJZ. More of a drive-by coming in from the Tiny rather than the Pangolier this time. Oh, Schofield! Have to be careful. Oh, he's got another cleave. He needs something to cleave off of. And they're going to start the TP towards the other side. Knight will be able to come in and Stinger though. I don't think they want to over-aggress on this one though, so they're just going to leave him.
Do something rather than just sit back inside of the jungle.
Yep. Now it looks like Beast Coast are the ones that are trying to get this aggression going. Blink Dagger reveal on Dark Margot, but now with K1, he's got this Radiance. He's just going to walk in, pop the borrowed time, get all that heal back in. And they clean themselves up. Another kill on towards Slatems, and they're looking towards Michael as well. And they get the kill onto the techies, and oh, MJZ, you're in no man's land. This is not where you want to be if you're a Phoenix. And Beast Coast, they got ran at for 13 minutes, and they say, hey, by the way, we still have a K1 Hector, and he got himself a Radiance, and now look what he's doing.
Yeah, he's got his level 10 as well, so that additional strength coming through.
Ooh.
Test?
Okay, I mean, I like the play, but I'm not sure if it's going to work out. Gofield's trying to get forward. They're able to catch out Knight. Now with the toss back as well, they do miss this swashbuckle, but it doesn't matter because we've got the Rolling Thunder. Now, they have the tidal wave as well to be able to push Dark Margot back towards the tier 2 tower. Michael comes in.
Surely.
Dark Margot's still alive. They haven't been able to burn him down, and now with K1 here as well, he collects 2. He's able to be a part of me. Flat M's is the one that gets caught out by Schofield, who's able to steal the tidal wave. They have no way of stopping the TP. And that means that East Coast...
Yeah, they're really starting to ping out K1. They're saying this man cannot be allowed to farm this freely. He's got the Doom available, but he's not going to be able to pop it just yet.
Okay, Global back on top as well. The Rolling Thunder is enough, and unfortunately for Lilith, he just doesn't do anything. And K1, it felt like that was a little bit more of a victory pop when it comes to the borrowed time. And oh no, now they've found another. MJZ goes down as well. Beast Coast. Seems like game 2 was a bit of an anomaly for them. Yeah, he's such a huge boy.
And then that level 15, right? Plus 6 enemies high ground.
They do have the tidal wave though, play around with, so it is a little bit spooky, but we've already seen what can happen right now, and now K1 is going to walk himself on top of Slatems. Does a lot of damage, gets stunned up. This borrowed time isn't going to last forever, but look at how much damage just does. They do get themselves pushed back towards the sun.
K1's dead.
And that means that 2 of the big cores go down, so that was a big play coming in from Thunder Awaken, so a little bit of over-aggression coming in from Beast Coast. Using the Doom this time around.
Infernal Blade.
Stop the TP. Doesn't have it. A really, really good Pango pick for them. Into something like a Doom, so it's not the worst, but at the end of the day here, they will get the Avalanche toss combination. Slatems, though, does have the X mark on himself. He's going to be okay. Oh, Schofield gets the kill there and is able to force stuff away from Michael's bombs.
What a boss.
So these proximity mines, they are blowing up, but it doesn't matter because Dark Margot is able to walk in and get that one done. My heart sank for a little bit there because I saw K1 drop his Manta for a stick. I was like, please be careful. See what happens when you drop Mantas.
Yeah. Backdoor.
Work out, and K1 gets another team 5 victory under his belt. And now they can just start setting their attention on the tier 3.
Well, indeed, Michael doing his best to try and hold this one up and keep them shoved away, but they're going to be bleeding kills a little bit. I want to wait until that borrowed time is up and available again. I mean, they've got pretty decent high ground defense coming through.
Be careful. Just going to proc. They are starting to kite him around. They have the X marks and the Yule Setter, but they're going to drop the egg on the backline as well. They need to keep Knight alive. Dark Margot standing and fighting, but it's not going to be enough. Knight will be able to get the dub. He's oh so low. He will eventually burn down to the last word, but Schofield's the one that gets dragged back in towards the Radiant base. He's still alive. He has not fallen down because he has his own Coco run that he's running. He is just stuck in the trees here. Slatem's going to see if he can find him out, but hasn't been able to do it. Schofield still is alive. I have no idea how he is still alive. He is on literally a single point of HP, much like Stinger, and Illich is just going to try and stand inside of this Sun Ray to keep himself alive. But Sacred, he comes in with the Blink Dagger. They get the extra bit of damage they need to keep K1 in this fight. Now, without the borrowed time, it's very hard for him to continue to fight here, but it's all about Beast Coast, all about how...
Okay. They look to give this Aghanim Shard to, I would say, Tiny, probably.
Abba.
It's such a small increase in the base.
I reckon K1 will take it, dude. As MLT says, these bloody carry players. No, it'll be K1, I reckon. Looks like I was wrong.
Margo ended up picking up the Ags as well, the Aegis.
Yep. Oh, they did. They gave him absolutely everything. But right now, Global Silence got committed. We'll be able to find MJZ up here on the high ground. So the Phoenix is dead. The next one on the list is Slatems. They pull him back. He goes into the Glimmer Cape. But I don't think he's gone far enough. Oh, no way. I honestly thought Sacred saw him. Well, you thought we'll get the Silver Edge hit out onto K1, but Sacred is just going to bide the space, just going to the backlines here, just really trying to force Knight away from this. Illich is going to go forward, but they do get the Doom down onto K1, not without him popping the borrowed time, though, so they're going to be able to bring him back in, force stuff forward, keep him alive, toss him away as well. You can see that Beast Coast know exactly how they need to keep their Abaddon alive, and now with the Doom going down, it doesn't really matter. K1 can walk back in, and they will be able to take down the Conqueror as well. Slatems will just go down. Oh, massive avalanche. And as well with Schofield. The Ags on the blast off of Schofield. is able to get the stun, but that aren't able to get K1 into this fight. He's still alive once again.
He's out.
This guy living on 100 HP is something that I've never seen before, and they're looking to try and get the kill onto the Conqueror once again. Flathems is still dead, and that means that unfortunately for Beast Coast, they're able to continue to play out on the sides of this fight, and Schofield will just continue to juke and jive and outplay everybody here on the sides. I think this might be enough damage to get him down. They do. They eventually kill him, and now Beast Coast are going for a little bit of a fountain farm. Let's see what they can get done with the borrowed time of K1 and the Rampage as well. The Abaddon was called for, the Abaddon was played, the Abaddon gets
dropping the items in the base. No.
And that is going to be Beast Coast getting the 2-1 victory over the top of Thunder Awaken. It was a little bit of BM.